Come here, Teddy. You can't stay here. I'll take you back to your little owner. Better not. The family's name is Oswald, and I think I remember that he called his wife Debbie. Mrs. Oswald, I'm your neighbor. Peter Wright. No answer. I hope they're both okay. Mrs. Oswald, would you open your... There's already the door to the living room. I can't just waltz in there. That doesn't look good at all. The cops show no mercy. Okay, let me check if everything's all right over there. Where's my messenger? The bathroom. Mr. Greenberg really should have told me that it doesn't have a bathtub. No, I really can't deal with this right now. No, I really can't deal with it. Well, that's pretty much what's left of my life. I should have taken more things with me when I moved out of our house, but now it's too late anyway. Oh man, I was afraid I'd lost it.
Hello. This is the Messenger ID number service directory, region New York City. I am your electronic directory agent, Elena McBride. This service is free of charge for the first 30 seconds. Each following minute or fraction thereof will cost 180 credits. How may I help you?
I need the messenger number of a family named Oswald in New York. Tillery Street, 352.
Please specify your query. Spell the name of the individual you are seeking.
Oswald. Oswald.
Your entry is being analyzed. We have found an entry in our database that corresponds with your query. The messenger ID is being transferred. Would you like to be connected?
No, thank you. I'll call myself.
Can I do anything else for you?
Thanks, anyway.
Thank you for using our service. The conversation costs will be debited from your messenger account. Have a nice day. Hello?
Hello? Mrs. Oswald? This is Peter Wright.
Who?
Peter Wright, your neighbor.
Yes?
Excuse me for disturbing you, ma'am. I just witnessed the, police scene at your apartment door. I wanted to ask if you're all right.
Are you a reporter or something?
Oh, no. I really wanted to check if everything is all right.
It's very kind of you, Mr. Wright, but at the moment we've really got other things to think of. Please don't call anymore. I'm taking the messenger offline soon anyway. Please understand.
Of course, I totally understand that. Excuse me for disturbing you. Mrs. Oswald, your son lost his teddy in the hall.
The teddy bear?
If you would open the door for just a moment, then I would briefly come across the hall and bring it by. I won't keep you very long.
Okay, just a moment, I'll open. Okay, just a moment, I'll open. Okay, see you in a minute.
I just can't sleep right now. Whatever. For just one person, it's okay. A furnished rental, just the way you would imagine it. I really should ask the manager to exchange this thing. Oh, I think here she comes. Good evening. How are you? Is everything okay?
I'm all right.
Well, here's your son's teddy.
Seems to be in one piece. Thanks, Mr. Wright. Hey, Tommy, look. Mr. Wright found your teddy bear.
Hi, Tommy.
He's really shocked.
Yeah,
He's got to rest now.
I'm already leaving. You know, Mrs. Oswald, I don't want to be nosy or intrude on your privacy, but what the heck just happened here? Can I help you with anything?
What happened? You saw it yourself. These men stormed in here like an attack regiment. And they took Graham with them.
Graham? Your husband?
Yeah.
But why?
How should I know? Graham didn't do anything. They didn't give us a reason. They didn't show us any search warrant, no arrest warrant, no nothing. We don't even know where they brought him.
Arrested? For no good reason? Maybe a case of mistaken identity?
I've talked with the police on the phone. They say they know nothing about the operation. Oh, God, those bastards!
Yeah, well, that can't be. There must be some kind of mistake, or maybe a computer mess-up. Would you like me to check with the police department? Maybe this whole thing will turn out to be just one gigantic mistake.
You?
Yeah, well, I'm working for Greenberg and Winter. You probably know these telescreen campaigns. Maybe I can get more information out of them. I would suggest first you calm down now and take care of your son. And I'll talk to the police and get to the bottom of this. You'll see. Everything will be just fine. I'll come back later and check on you again. All right?
Give me a call on the messenger. It's late, and Tommy needs to get to sleep. Or at least needs to try.
Of course. Okay then.
Peter? Are you still there? Peter!
Yeah, I'm here. I'm back.
There you are. What was wrong?
I don't really know. The cops were just here.
At your apartment?
No, at the neighbor's.
What happened? Was the music too loud?
Well, that's not how it looked like. There was at least 6 cops dressed like a SWAT team, armed to the teeth. Probably a special unit. They forced the door open and a man got arrested.
How exciting. Maybe you were living door to door with a felon.
His wife was there too. And a boy. The cop's behavior was pretty violent.
You know the family?
Not really. I only met them in the elevator a couple of times. The guy helped me last week with my moving boxes. He was actually quite nice.
Well, that's how easy it is to be tricked. Let's be happy that someone is worrying about our security. But hey, now let's get on with our conversation. You were telling me about your job. I found that very interesting. What exactly do you do at Greenberg and Winter?
Don't be mad with me, Christine, but right now I'm really not in the mood for a chat.
I know that. I didn't want to hurt you. I'm just trying to...
I just went over there.
And?
Ms. Oswald is totally distraught, and the kid is crying his eyes out. He's just plain miserable.
How terrible. But there is surely a good reason for it, Peter. Of course, it is hard for these families. It always is.
Yeah, of course. They always have a good reason. There's always a good reason for everything.
You're being sarcastic, Peter. But life must go on. Yours and the Oswalds.
I have to go now. This incident with the neighbors, it really gets to me. So quiet. Great program, as usual. I could turn it off, but then it'll be quiet like a grave in here. I really could use a drink, but better not right now. My messenger, the latest model. Bill's pretty jealous.
Hello. This is the Messenger ID number service directory, region New York City. How may I help you?
I need the number of the New York Police Department.
Your question is being analyzed. You wish to contact the police department. The messenger ID is being transferred. Your call will be directly rerouted to the police department in order to ensure that emergency calls are passed on as quickly as possible. Would you like to be connected?
No, thank you. Thanks, anyway.
Thank you for using our service. The conversation costs will be debited from your messenger account. Have a nice day.
Police Department, New York?
Good evening, officer. This is Peter Wright, Tillery Street 352. I need some information, please.
Sir, this is the emergency number. Please do not block the line.
I know, officer, but it's pretty much like an emergency. I would like to know if your department was called to Tillery Street within the last few hours regarding one certain Graham Oswald.
You are not a relation, sir. I can see that here in the database. I'm not allowed to provide any information. At the most, I could tell you the current figures for the official statistics, which are also available via Global Net. According to the figures, no operation has taken place in Quadrant Brooklyn West 2 since last week.
Does that mean not even a few hours ago?
I will leave that interpretation to you. I cannot provide any information regarding individual cases.
Then that means no operations in Brooklyn West.
That's correct, sir. Would you clear the line now, sir?
Okay. Thank you, officer.
No problem, sir.
This is really a bit strange. Mrs. Oswald? It's Peter Wright again. Are you doing all right?
Can't sleep. Tommy's awake too. Have you found out anything?
Well, it's really pretty strange. I called the police. Supposedly, no police operations in all of Brooklyn West throughout the whole last week.
What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know, Mrs. Oswald. It all seems to be pretty strange. I'll try to help you. We'll find your husband. Try to get some sleep. Tomorrow morning I'll talk to Bob at the kiosk. Maybe he noticed something. Quite possible that he was still open when this SWAT commando showed up here.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. Just call tomorrow. I'm at home.
All right. Talk to you tomorrow then. Don't dwell on it too much. And say hi to Tommy for me. Good night.
Good night.
Taking a little nap myself sounds like not such a bad idea. It must be way past 2 a.m. And around noon, the usual agency stress will start all over again. Maybe I can finally fall asleep. Another sleepless night. Good morning, New York. No, rather not. Locked. Another brand new day. At least it stopped raining.
Well, who do we have here? Hi, Peter. Beautiful day, isn't it? Everything okay with you?
Yeah, well, I'm doing all right.
Come on, Peter. You can't ruin every day for me. What the hell is going on with you?
It's really nothing. I'm just a little bit overworked.
Overworked? You look more like you're lovesick. Or an ulcer. Or both.
Something like that.
And how's it coming on in your apartment? You like it? Have you finished furnishing it?
Yeah, of course. It's totally cozy.
You know what, Peter? Starting today, I'm not gonna sell you any more whiskey. Your answers are getting shorter all the time. I think your speech center is suffering.
You're such a nice guy, Bob. It's good to have you around.
Well, that sounds better. You're still not getting anything for free. So, What can I do for you?
Something interesting happening in the world?
Interesting? That depends. If the fusion of tech toys with the genetic creation labs interests you, then yeah.
These two really went ahead with a merger? I thought the World Antitrust Division wouldn't allow it.
Well, that is perhaps the other interesting news. The World Antitrust Division has been reconstructed by means of accelerated proceedings.
Restructured. And that means?
Now, it still only has a consulting function.
That factually means it's been shut down.
Now, don't be so negative again, Peter. Shut down. It has a consultant function. No more, no less. Okay, let's say it's been partly done shut down.
And how'd the Knicks play?
Lost.
Big time?
Very high.
Against the computer?
Against the simulation of the All-Star team from 2040.
Really? Oh my god. They're still programmed according to Delta 3 standard. To lose against these guys is like...
Embarrassing.
Just mathematically, it's pretty much impossible.
142 to 56, Peter.
I think I'm gonna cancel my subscription for the Virtual Palace. How long did you stay open last night?
Till 10, as always. Why?
10 o'clock. That sounds about right. Did you see anything unusual round about 10?
Well, the cops were there. Riot squad in full battle gear. I suppose a drug raid. The usual.
They came to my house. The raid was actually on my floor.
Uh-huh. You didn't do anything bad, did you, Peter? Admit it, you don't work for Greenberg and Winter all the time. You deal liquid mine from your apartment. No, not liquid mine? What do you deal then? Hyper shots? Devil sticks? Oh, come on, you can tell me.
Really, Bob, it wasn't that funny yesterday. Not at all. The cops stormed the neighbor's apartment and arrested the father, a journalist. His name is Graham Oswald. Do you know him?
Oh, yeah. The gaunt man with the grey hair. Well, my God, things like that happen. Maybe he didn't pay his taxes, or parked wrong. Or perhaps it revealed some national secrets.
Okay, I have one more question for you. How long did you...
Till 10. Why?
Did you...
Well, I suppose...
They came...
Admit... No. Oh, come on.
Really, the cop?
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe...
In what direction did the cops drive off?
Downtown, as always. Over there down the street. Over the Brooklyn Bridge.
Was anybody else in the streets besides you, of course?
Well, I don't think so. Or, wait a minute. These two young guys, yeah, they were there.
Two young guys? What did they do?
They plastered their posters over the telescreen again. Alien Attack Club.
Onto that public telescreen that's down the street?
Exactly, Peter. Smack dab in the middle of your expensive advertising displays.
Oh, they're pretty bold. Just a second, Bob. I'm gonna take a look at that. But I don't see any posters there anymore.
No, I know. Early this morning. There was a car from the Central Services there. They removed them again. They were also in your house.
Yeah, right. There was a door to repair. What's all the fuss about this alien attack club anyway?
No idea. Crazy stuff.
Did you hear or see anything that was unusual?
No, nothing. They stormed the building and came out with some guy. He resisted a lot and yelled something, but I didn't understand it exactly.
He yelled something? Can you please think about it? Maybe you can remember what it was. It could be important.
Tell me, Peter, why does that actually interest you?
It's too long a story to explain it to you right now. Besides, I have to rush over to the agency in a few minutes. I gotta run, Bob. See you later.
Okay.
This telescreen must be new. As far as I know, Brooklyn has only just been developed. During the day, the park's quite safe. Sometimes some freaks are hanging out here. But at least you don't have to fear for your life.
There are birds, steel birds. They're falling from the sky like vultures. They rip out your thoughts until no more can arise in their place. And you, sleeping, buying, eating, and you live and die, and it makes no difference. He sees for you, he thinks for you, he lives for you, and you don't have to do anything. You can't do anything, and you are already dust before you even turn to dust. He sees for you, he thinks for you, he lives for you, and you don't have to do anything! You can't do anything, and you are already dust! He sees you, he hears you, he sees through you!
Oh, man. What weird stuff he's blabbering. What the heck is that supposed to mean?
And you too will feel his wrath!
Who? Me?
You!
I don't think he's talking to me.
You will get too close to him, and he will destroy you!
What a nutcase. If it wasn't so sad.
Just as he destroyed me!
Yeah, well, you're damn right with that one.
And just as he destroyed the one you loved!
What was that?
You heard right!
He's not talking about me.
Oh yeah, I mean you! He knows you, and he'll take your mind just as he took your beloved ones!
What are you talking about? Cut it out, you idiot. There are things you just don't make fun of. And...
Are you afraid? You'll be even more afraid! A gift will come to you! The steel birds are staring at you with their dead, red eyes! And you will live as one among the dead!
what the...
You are lost!
So, that's enough now. You're totally nuts. Crazy. I better be going now.
In the heavens, in the stars above you, there are huge, violent machines orbiting. They will blast the thoughts from your heads until there is nothing left but happiness. The happiness of one in the last second of death after a long, painful torture. But you won't die. You must live on.
What the hell is this?
Nobody is close to you.
Phew. Obviously, he's mostly living on coke and fortune cookies.
In the heavens, in the stars above you, there are huge, violent machines orbiting. They will blast the thoughts from your heads until there is nothing left but happiness. The happiness of one in the last second of death after a long, painful torture. But you won't die.
Hello? Hello!
Hey, what's up, brother?
There you go. I almost thought you're planning on ignoring me completely.
Sorry, brother. Sorry, but I really didn't notice you there. Is there anything I can help you with? And, do you have anything to smoke, man?
Unfortunately, no. I'm sorry. Are you here every day?
By the way, dude, you got anything to smoke?
I don't smoke. I'm sorry.
You are missing out, man. When I smoke, man, you know, I can, see the music. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
So where do you buy your stuff?
I don't smoke.
Oh, yeah, sorry, man. I really just forgot. I go to these kids over in the Lower East Side a lot. The Nuclear Cafe, you know of it?
Could be.
You should check it out. But you'd better change your outfit, you know? You don't want to stick out like this unless you actually want to get mugged.
Yeah, I heard about that. How can you possibly stand it here?
What do you mean, man? This is a beautiful park. The grass smells like grass, and the weather's really so fine.
What I mean is, how can you bear to live next to this freak over there?
What, man? Sorry, but you have to speak up some.
The guru! Don't tell me his crazy speeches don't get on your nerves as well.
Ah, him. Nah, he doesn't bother me one bit, brother. I don't hear him at all.
but you're not playing that loud. What do you mean you don't hear him? Are you deaf? He's screaming loud enough to wake the dead. I, for one, could hear him when I entered the park.
Yeah, man, exactly.
What do you mean with exactly?
I'm deaf. I don't hear him at all.
Oh, very sorry about that.
Hey, you don't have to be sorry. Beethoven was deaf too, and he was totally groovy.
And you can understand me just the same?
Yeah, of course, man. I'm reading your lips.
You're deaf, and you still play the guitar?
Of course, man. I can feel the guitar, you get it? It's like being high. The feeling is totally mine.
That makes sense.
Hey, what's up, brother? You look totally frustrated. Your face is all cramped up. Did something rub you wrong? You should smoke something or learn to play guitar. I could teach you.
That sounds really tempting. But I think this park is too much for me. Maybe you don't hear the guru, but I do.
Yeah, I know. Quite an advantage that I'm deaf, isn't it? I'm pretty lucky, aren't I?
That's not how I meant it. What I meant was...
Man, that was just a joke. You're totally tensed out, huh? You really gotta smoke some, man. Seriously. By the way, do you have anything on you?
Can I ask you something else? The guru. What kind of a guy is he? Do you know him?
Yeah, well, we fought over the bench a couple of times. Otherwise, we just avoid each other. He wasn't always like that, poor guy.
And what do you know about him?
Hey, that dude lived really close by here. That's what a friend of mine said. I think he was a physicist or something like that. I don't really know anymore. I was really high, you know what I mean?
A scientist? Him?
Something like that. Maybe a Scientologist. We were high, man. Really high, man.
At any rate, he's totally crazy, that's for sure.
Hey, you never know. Genius and insanity are pretty close to each other. Maybe he understands a lot more than both of us together when we're high. Did I already ask you if you have anything to smoke?
I think so.
Damn, I totally forgot.
What happened to him? How could he get like that?
He was on vacation, I think. Some kind of yuppie space crap, orbital whirlpools and stuff. You know, all that junk you can win on the telescreen quiz shows? He won something, and that's when he went nuts up there. When he came back, he was like he is now.
Does he talk about something else sometime? Other than his apocalypse theories?
No idea, brother. He's even too high for me. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta go. Take care.
Okay, man. Take some weed with you next time.